Alright YouTube, so we've actually got a fully recorded game to show you guys. This is actually game 2 in a best of 3 match. Nick on the left lost game 1, and so he's going first in game 2. He starts off with a judge, which is actually quite strong, considering he had to mulligan 3 times before the camera was actually recording. And so that actually gave me an extra 3 cards. So judge allowed him to match our hand sizes, and at the same time possibly decrease my chances of drawing anything good, which in the end it does, because I'm only able to bench a Magnemite and a Yanma, whereas he's able to play a Collector on his turn, benching a Yanma, I believe 2 Yanmas, and a Tyrogue. And the Tyrogue really puts a lot of pressure on me, considering I didn't play a supporter on my first turn. So he's probably reading that I've got a pretty bad hand, and he can knock out my Magnemite in 2 turns if the Tyrogue stays awake. Which it does. So I end up actually topping a judge though, and I immediately play it because my hand is actually horrible. So I play the judge just to grab a fresh 4 cards, and hopefully drawing into something better than what I had. And unfortunately, I think I draw pretty badly. I think it was a hand of 2 energies, a Magnezone, and a judge. So the Magnezone is pretty useless at this point, and all I can do is just attach. Nick is able to reversal up my Magnemite with the energy and evolve into a Yanmega, and I believe he takes a quick prize using Sonic Boom on my Magnemite. Yeah, so he's set me back 1 turn in terms of energies, and at the same time my Magnemite is pretty much going to be knocked out sooner or later with 30 HP. I do attach the rescue energy just in case, because I definitely need the Magnemites down. And I play another judge from my previous hand, and I draw new 4 cards. Now at this point I am pretty desperate. I pretty much needed a miracle in terms of those 4 cards, and I actually managed to top that. I believe I play a reversal here, just to decrease my hand size and at the same time set Nick back in terms of energy attachments. And I rare candy into Magnezone, which is huge, considering he would have actually knocked out my Magnemite, as it had 30 HP. So I'm able to magnetic draw for a fresh 6 cards in my hand. Unfortunately, I'm not able to set up a Yanmega and start attacking, but I do have a Clefo, which allows me to eke and draw a fresh 6 cards. And at the same time, it falls asleep, which is great for me, so he doesn't get a free prize with the Tyrogue. Now he retreats his Zorua back into his Yanmega, and he pretty much, I believe he Junk Arms into, yes he does, he uses Junk Arms for a reversal, and he hits the heads again, bringing up my Magnezone. And at this point I am kind of, again, I thought I was in a good position, but this kind of reverses everything, hence the name Reversal. And just to let you guys know, this was actually recorded, I believe, way before Emerging Powers. This is recorded in July, so that's why you guys don't see catchers or anything. But yeah, so he's got my Magnezone out. He plays an Oak just to match my hand size, and he Sonic Booms my Magnezone. So my Magnezone is now on 100 damage, so it's only 40 away from getting knocked out. So I play a Collector just to be able to set up a new Magnezone. And I believe at this point I actually have the means to get a new Magnezone anyways. I believe I have a rare candy as well as a Junk Arms for a communication or something like that in my hand. But I do play the Collector, and I bench the Magnemite. Now I know I'm able to knock out the Yanmega because I'm able to attach an energy, as you can see there, to my Magnezone and Lost Burn for 200 damage. But at the same time, if he's able to use Tyrogue and a plus power, or even just evolve into a second Yanmega, I am suddenly pretty much down in terms of my draw power, in terms of a secondary attacker. And as you can tell, he's able to evolve into another Yanmega. There I'm actually, I was putting my hands forward just to grab my Magnezone, because I was assuming that he was going to knock it out. Obviously, I have told you that I do have means to evolve into a second Magnezone, but knocking out a Magnezone is pretty big in terms of a Yanmega Magnezone deck. So if I were actually Nick, I would definitely go for the Magnezone. Here he plays a Juniper, just to match my hand because I have 7 cards. And I believe he doesn't do what I've been saying. He actually knocks out the Cleffa using linear attack. So I mean, it wasn't a crucial play, but at the same time, that Cleffa was going to be there for him to knock out anyways later on in the game. And for him to knock out a Magnezone meant that I couldn't really draw too much. That would basically mean that I'm not able to use two magnetic draws as I would right now. So here, as you can tell, I'm able to communicate into a Magnezone, Junk Arms into Rare Candy, and yeah, there's the Magnezone on my second Magneton. Or, sorry, Magnemite, not Magneton. I do have now as well two Yanmegas on my field, and I play a Reversal, which I mentioned it heads, and at first I think I choose Tyrogue, but then I realized that the Tyrogue is probably going to, if he has a plus power, and I believe he runs 3 or 4 anyways, he's going to be able to knock on my Magnezone anyways. So I bring out the Zoroark, and even though it can knock out my Magnezone, it would still have to remove its energy just to be able to do so. So again, I can send it back in terms of energy attachments. So here I communicate, I believe, just to lower my hand size, and so I can draw extra cards off of Magnetic Draw from Magnezone. I do run 2 switches in my deck, along with a tech, which you will probably see later, which can get my Magnezone out of the active position. And so here, yeah, I believe I did Magnetic Draw there, and I play a Copycat, because next hand is actually, I believe at 8 cards, so this definitely gave me a much bigger option in terms of drawing into a switch or something like that. So I do actually draw into the tech that I mentioned earlier, which is Super Scoop Up, and this, if it hit heads, would pretty much would change the game. But unfortunately, I had tails, but at the same time I play Junk Arms, grab the Scoop Up again, use it, and I hit a heads this time, which is massive considering that Magnezone was a free prize to Nick, and for him to not capitalize on that, I think that was a very big turning point, because I do actually have another Rare Candy and the Magnezone in my hand already, ready for the next turn. Now the reason why I retreat into the Anma here, because since I reversaled the Zoroark up, Zoroark can only copy the opponent's attack, active position attack. So since Yanma has a pretty abysmal attack, the Zoroark is really not going to do much to it. Unfortunately, he does have the reversal again, and for the 3rd time he manages to hit heads, which at this time I think I'm just shaking my head. I'm thinking this is ridiculous. And he reversals up my Magnezone. So again, I'm going to have to fish through my deck again to try and find the switch, although he does actually knock out my Magnezone. No, he doesn't. He lost burns for 100. So he's applying some pressure to me, but I'm alright with this because I'm able to set up my second Magnezone, and I know I can knock out that Zoroark. So at this point, I'm feeling pretty good. I've got 2 Magnezones, I've got 2 Yanmegas set up, and all he's got is the Zoroark, which will pretty much be knocked out sooner or later, and the Yanmega left. So I believe in this... oh yeah, so I play the Collector, but I kind of take it back because I'm hoping first that I can actually top into a switch or anything, so I don't have to use my Magnezone or anything. But I believe in my hand I don't draw the switch again, and I end up having to just lost burn 2 energies. I play the Communication again. I grab the Tyrogue there. I'm not exactly sure what I'm doing right now. I think I'm trying to decrease my hand size for the Yanmega. So I knock out the Zoroark using Lost Burn, removing 2 for 100 damage, and he plays Professor Oak, I believe, again to match my hand size, or not to match my hand size, I'm sorry, just to grab new cards and hopefully set up another attacker, because if he's not able to set up another attacker, my 2 Yanmegas can easily knock out his Yanmega. So with his fresh 6 cards, let's see what he does, because I actually don't exactly remember. Okay. So all he does is he knocks out my Magnezone. So I guess that communication. Not really sure why I played that communication earlier for the Tyrogue, but so I put my Yanmega up in the active position, and I do still have the one Magnezone on the bench, so I'm still feeling all right. And I do have the two Yanmegas to his one. And I believe I'm not really sure what I'm doing right now because there's not really much happening. Okay, so I play a Judge. I believe I Magnetic Drawed earlier to see if I can really, grab anything I needed, but I don't think I did. So I play the Judge just to match my hand size, so I can play, or I can use Yanmega to attack with linear attack. And so I knock out the Tyrogue, which has been sitting there for quite some time. I grab that free prize there, and unfortunately, off that Judge, I believe he has a communication. Yes, I can actually see it in his hand now. He has a communication. The one thing I'm quite surprised in this matchup is why he didn't actually play any of his Phanpies down for Donphan, because Donphan absolutely wrecks Magnezone. Obviously, Yanmega's quite a good counter to Donphan, but at the same time, that Donphan would be able to take down my Magnezone quite easily without having to use stuff like Lost Burn with Zoroark or something. But yeah, so here he communicates into a Zoroark, and at this point I'm actually quite worried now because he's got actually more attackers in a way than I do now. He's basically got two Yanmegas compared to my two, but he's able to have the first attack. So in the end, if we were to play this out just by itself, he would have the last Pokemon standing. So at this point, I realized, okay, I really need to start, setting up something new, possibly another Magnezone, maybe another Yanmega. And I believe I'm contemplating whether to play a certain card or not. I'm not 100% sure. But obviously with Zoroark, it pretty much copies the attack of the opponent's active. So it's pretty much another Yanmega, considering I'm not going to be attacking with my Magnezone anytime soon. So here I play the Flower Shop Lady. I do play one of them just for situations like this, mid to late game when I really need some of the Pokemon as well as energies back in the deck, so I can search them out again and then set up something. And so I believe I try and match my hand now just to attack with Yanmega. I play the reversal, but I end up hitting a Tails. And I think at this point I'm just thinking to myself, why couldn't I be as lucky as Nick? But I guess that's just how the game goes. I end up Sonic Booming the Zoroark for 70 damage. And this still isn't looking that great considering I haven't benched anything extra, but I do have that spare Yanma. So hopefully, I do play a 3/3 line of Yanmega, so I might be able to draw into another Yanmega. So here he uses Zoroark again and Sonic Booms or linear attacks, either way. He knocks out my first Yanmega that was originally there, and now I'm really thinking, because he's actually, if you can tell there, he's benched a Reshiram as well. Now, he told me after the game that the Reshiram was mainly for Kingdra Prime techs, but I didn't actually run a Kingdra Prime at that time. So, as you can tell, I'm really thinking it out right now. I was deciding between two cards, and I ended up playing the Collector because I really needed to set up, a new form of attacker. That last Yanmega really wasn't going to cut it. So I believe, yeah, I grabbed two Magnemites. So I think I need to somehow find a way to match my hand size. I believe I end up playing down a Cleffa, which, yeah, there it is, which isn't exactly the greatest option. But at the same time, with us both being at two prizes, and him only being able to use that one Yanmega for knockout, I pretty much have game, knowing that I have my Magnezone on the field there. So I'm pretty sure he ends up scooping after I bring in my Magnezone, as I can pretty much knock out his Yanmega, and he's not able to take his last prize with a Yanma and a Reshiram on the field. So that is pretty much the game, guys. Thanks for watching. Let us know if you like these videos or not, because if that's the case, we will make more of these. And yeah, we'll catch you guys later.